In this video, we will show you how to replace your rear parking brake shoe on the Chevy Silverado. You'll have two of these, one on each side of your vehicle. The process is the same, and it's located behind your rear wheel. Let's get into it. Okay friends, let's get started on our job. The first thing we need to mention, you're going to want to wear hand and eye protection at all times. Aside from that, safely raise and support the rear of the vehicle. If you still have the front wheels on the ground, make sure you chalk them on the front and the rear side. Continue on to removing your center cover with a 22mm socket. After that, you'll find that you have 6 22mm lug nuts. Go ahead and remove those and the wheel. With the wheel out of the way, let's have a look along the back side of the brakes here. You're going to find two 18mm headed mounting bolts holding the caliper and bracket in place. Let's start by fully removing the top one, a quick inspection, and start it back in a couple threads. There's that one. Looks good. If it looks like any of the mounting hardware is rotted or damaged, you have to go ahead and replace it. Take hold of the caliper, remove it from the area. Once you have it dislodged, have a quick look at your pads. You have the outer pad and the inner pad. If it looks like they're damaged, go ahead and replace them. When you do so, make sure you replace them with the rotor at the same time. Set this aside for now. Continue on to removing the brake rotor from this area. Take hold of it, give it a wiggle, and slide it out of place. Let's give this a close inspection, front and rear, and we'll set it aside. With the rotor out of the way, we have a clear view of our parking brake shoe. To remove the parking brake shoe, on the passenger side, you're going to find the mounting hardware along the top. If you're on the driver's side, it's going to be along the bottom. We're looking for the 8mm headed bolt that holds this bracket in place. Go ahead and remove that mounting bolt, remove the mounting bracket, and then we can start removing the parking brake shoe. There's our bolt. Our kit came with a new bracket anyways, but we'll set this aside for recycling. As we start dislodging the shoe, pay attention along the bottom here. You have two ends of the shoe that will rest up against each portion of this. To remove the parking brake shoe, we'll just gently tip it away along the top, and then you should be able to drive it downward. Continue on to taking hold of that shoe, and we'll start removing it diagonally. Basically pulling one ear out at a time and start rotating it around. You can start from the front or the rear, whatever's easiest for you. Just pull this out of here. There it is, friend. With the shoe out of the way, we'll continue on to cleaning the mounting point. You can use some parts cleaner, a nice wire brush. It's always a good idea to disassemble the adjuster. Now when you're doing this, you can use a small prying device and carefully pop out the first side here. This is the side that does make the adjustment. You can see the small cog on there. You're going to have to try to break this free and unscrew it. Once you've done so, continue on to cleaning up the threads, and then we'll set this aside. We'll just unscrew this completely. It's common for this area to be rusted. You want to make sure you clean up those threads. After that, use some copper anti-seize. We'll take this and bottom it out. We don't need to make it tight at all because we will have to make an adjustment. We're also going to lubricate this, but we'll pause on that for now and make our way back down here. Start removing the other side here. We've got our prying device. There's that one. Typically there will be a small piton inside there. If you don't see it in this piece, it's more than likely up inside of this. Let's use some pliers for this. Go ahead and clean that up and set it aside. Continue on to cleaning out the port inside this area. Make sure there's no debris, and then re-lubricate it with some high-temperature lubricant. We'll lubricate our cap and our small piton. Put this back in place. Slide it right in there. Now that should want to bottom out. If it doesn't, more than likely it's not aligned properly. Back at the adjuster portion here, we'll make sure this is well lubricated as well. Slide that right into place. We'll use some high temperature lubricant along 3 mounting points. There's one down here, another one right up along the top, and then back down this way heading towards that adjuster. Now we can install our brand new parking brake shoe. We'll take this and come in at an angle and carefully bring it over each of the lug studs, sliding it into place. You may have to stretch this a little bit to make it around. You can use a small pry bar if necessary. There we are. At this point, we'll take this and get it in position along the adjuster on the bottom. We'll start sliding this into the adjuster down along the bottom. To do this, come down nice and low. Once you've lined up with the adjuster, go ahead and slide it up. Now you can rest the shoe up against its mounting point, and we'll continue on with the brand new mounting hardware. When you go to tighten this bolt, you only want to snug it and then take it a tiny bit further. Keep in mind this is a very small bolt and you don't want to break it off. Use a nice short ratchet for this. We don't need very much pressure. Right there is bottomed out. Like I said, a tiny bit further. Take hold of the shoe, give it a wiggle. It should have a little bit of movement, but not necessarily pull out and away. Perfect. Let's continue on to cleaning up the mating surface of our axle hub. You can use a wire brush and some parts cleaner for this. Continue on with some copper anti-seize. Take hold of the rotor, clean the backside, and then we'll continue on with our installation of that. When you slide your rotor on there, if it does not want to slide on, or it's binding in some way, you have to de-adjust your parking brake shoe adjuster. If you take hold of this and you can spin it without any resistance at all, not even any noise, you have to adjust out the adjuster a little bit. You want to have just a tiny bit of noise, but no actual resistance. Drag causes heat, and heat will cause things to expand. To do this adjustment, you have to remove the rotor. Use some pliers for this. As I said, you can turn this one way or the other to make the proper adjustment. By turning it clockwise, it expands it out. Turning it counterclockwise brings those shoes in a little bit. Perfect. Let's continue on to installing our caliper. Slide the caliper on here. Align both of your mounting bolt holes, start in those mounting bolts. Of course, you do want to make sure the threading is cleaned, and it's a good idea to use some blue thread locker. We'll start both of these in by hand, and then we can snug them up. Now that they're both bottomed out, we'll torque them to 148 foot-pounds. get the wheel on here. Start on all 6 of your 22mm lug nuts. We'll bottom these out. Get the wheel safely back on the ground, and then we can torque each of these to 140 foot-pounds. With the wheel safely on the ground, we'll torque these in a crisscross manner. Torqued. If you have a center cover, install that now. Okay friend, we showed you how to install the parking brake shoe on one side of your vehicle. The process is the exact same thing as the other side of the vehicle. Once you've done that, you want to make sure you test the parking brake functionality, and then you can take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.